IELTS Speaking hot topics: colors, stories, borrowing and lending, hats and caps. Topic number 1, colors. I'm not a fan of dark and gloomy colors like black or deep gray. They feel heavy and lifeless to me, and I find them a bit depressing. I prefer vibrant or neutral tones that uplift my mood and create a positive energy around me. Oh, absolutely. I once bought a bright yellow tote bag just because of the color. It reminded me of sunshine and positivity. It wasn't even something I needed, but the color just made me feel so happy that I couldn't resist. My favorite color is green. It is soothing and reminds me of nature, which I absolutely love. But I also enjoy wearing earthy nude tones and adding splashes of energetic colors like orange or yellow to keep things lively and vibrant. In my country, neutral colors like white and beige are incredibly popular, especially for clothing and home decor. They give a minimalist yet elegant vibe, which a lot of people here appreciate. That said, brighter colors like red and turquoise are also quite common, especially during cultural events and festivals. Most of my friends gravitate towards cheerful colors like blue and pink. Blue seems to be the favorite because it is calming and versatile, but some of them also adore pastel shades, which have this soft and trendy feel to them. I would never use dark brown or charcoal black in my home. They make spaces feel smaller and lack the warmth and energy I want in my living space. I prefer using earthy tones like beige and light green, paired with pops of color to keep my home bright and welcoming. Topic number 2, borrowing and lending. Yes, I've borrowed books many times, especially from friends who share similar tastes in reading. I remember borrowing a self-help book recently that my friend highly recommended. It is always nice to explore someone else's collection because they often have books you'd never think of picking up yourself. I've only borrowed money on rare occasions, and it is usually for something urgent, like splitting a bill when I didn't have cash on hand. I'm quite cautious about borrowing money because I believe it's important to repay it promptly and not let it affect relationships. Honestly, I don't mind lending things to people I trust, especially items like books or kitchen gadgets. I think sharing can be a kind gesture, and it feels great to help others, but I'm a bit hesitant when it comes to expensive or sentimental items because losing them can be frustrating. It is definitely annoying, especially if it's something important or valuable. I try to remind myself that they might have genuinely forgotten, but if it happens repeatedly, it can feel disrespectful. In those cases, I tend to avoid lending anything to that person again. Topic number 3, stories. Personally, I prefer listening to stories, especially through audiobooks or podcasts. There's something magical about hearing the tone and expression of a narrator. It brings the characters and emotions to life. That said, I still enjoy reading stories when I want to immerse myself in the details and visualize everything in my own way. Oh, absolutely. Stories were a huge part of my childhood. I loved fairy tales and adventure stories because they sparked my imagination and took me to a completely different world. My parents used to read me bedtime stories almost every night, which made them even more special and memorable. Topic number 4, hats and caps. Yes, I do, but mostly for practical reasons. For instance, I often wear hats in the summer to protect myself from the sun or in the winter to stay warm. That said, I occasionally wear them as a fashion statement if they match my outfit. I have a small collection that includes a wide-brimmed straw hat for sunny days, a cozy knitted beanie for winter, and a couple of stylish caps that I wear casually. Each one serves a specific purpose depending on the season or occasion. Not particularly. Hats are more of a practical accessory here than a fashion staple. People usually wear them to shield themselves from the sun during the summer or for the warmth in cooler months. But it is not a trend you see everywhere. People wear hats for various reasons, sometimes for protection, like shielding themselves from harsh weather or the sun, or other times as a way to express their style. Hats can also be used to complete a look or even as a cultural or traditional accessory in certain settings. Yes, quite often. My parents were very particular about making me wear a sun hat whenever we went outside to prevent sunburn. I also had a few cute winter hats with animal designs that I loved wearing as a child. I often buy hats from local stores or online retailers that have a good selection of styles and quality. Sometimes I even pick them up while traveling because they make for practical and unique souvenirs.